Hey, welcome back YouTube to more MSQ playthrough post Shadowbringers. Let's go ahead and pop into it. Not me disconnecting, that's embarrassing. The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetheryte. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. No response. Confound it. If I may, my lady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow, that it doth so no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. Maybe, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. The white-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus. Yet if the shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. This calleth to mind a truth that Emmet Salk did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not those given to Asians at birth, rather they are titles of office, afforded to individuals of merit at such time as the role becometh vacant. Perchance the Elidibus at Zodiac's heart and the emissary with whom we are acquainted be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. It's possible. If the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering, and yet something in that explanation rings false. I will remain for a time. I will not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There is more to learn here, I can feel it. In matters of aetherology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt should. Now you're just going overboard. Existeth? Whilst thou thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. Existeth. My god. Just say exist. It's so much easier. Fucking asshole. Can we but uncover Elidibus's true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Ishtolamits needs to be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He will no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
People, chocobos, you name it.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day, even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
What's happening to the sky? What the?
Wicked White. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
You and all? And why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back! What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, the hero.
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Heidelin is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Heidelin, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Heidelin has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
Still have no idea what the fuck is going on. The more Olidibus reveals, the less I understand. That he has made a fine mess of things is plain. He is gone then. I've managed to persuade a number of would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay, their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties, young Thaler and Vonard among them, I am sorry to say, they have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree. Though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken, the men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light. Ardbert, yourself most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they embark on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set for the Amaro launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, Admiral Whirlbig took the time to usher you out into the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thaler and Varnard, but the point still stands. It would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the Warrior of Darkness himself to see them off. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Amnesis to us. This one's called Echoes of a Fallen Star, like the patch that we're currently in. You again? I mean, it's you, sir. Sorry, it's been a funny old day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. As long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs to be done. We'll do what needs doing out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Wonder. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. While your findings in Amnesis and Ida do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. For which reason we must needs trust to Ashtola's ingenuity and wait for her efforts to revive the agent's device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. Shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially for one of your experience. It does seem worth the attempt. Then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers. In combat, perhaps. But where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you've no need to worry. Nor do I intend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we? Alright then. I look forward to your return. Then it sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. Insofar as it's possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress with the spirit vessel? Of course. We are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference and, I believe, nearing the requisite level of understanding. Less Hardingly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. But there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. I shall not rest until one is found. But we are all grateful for thine unstinting efforts. Thou needst not labor to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I should gladly offer mine assistance. Quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure that the Crystarium continues to run smoothly, in spite of recent disruptions. And perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, it will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans into disarray, at which time your services will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. It's dark in here. Perfect for the warrior of darkness. Oh, it's because we're sleeping. Master Playdrew, it's Glennard from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for calling so late. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from that business with the Cardinal Virtues. Well met, sinner. I was looking forward to a welcome respite here in the Crystarium, but the mood here is not exactly conducive to relaxation, as I'm sure you've noticed. I'd wager you know more about what's going on than anyone else in this city. Care to share? Can't say that I envy you, your prey. Dark work, this twisting of the Warriors of Light's legacy. Reminds me of what became of old Dorkaisin. Through this Ascian of yours is a fair bit more chatty. I'm tempted to silence him myself. Brandon made his mistakes. I'm sure they all did. The past is the past. They've earned their rest. I'm not about to let him sully Ardbot's good name. What, you want me to leave it to you? Right, right. I'm not the only one carrying all that weight. Very well, but only because you asked. Remember, if you ever need me, just say the word. I'll be there. Meanwhile, in the Crystal Tower's umbilicus.
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
They didn't do the meanwhile. What is this? This looks like Amaran. So confused. Is he in the past? What is happening?
The dream again.
Oh, it's a dream? Meanwhile, in the source. Love that his jacket's clipping through the chair. All too real.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days.
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
Ah, Master Plagiu, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care of so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after himself. Old habits, you understand? Mask, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing us to the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is in the case of Oddbird. You too were surprised to see him, I think. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky and, well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen. I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Amask, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you, perhaps, wish to have your account of the matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. Very well. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. Situation in the city? Do you mean the people's awakening as warriors of light? Well, while questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Arnbert's return, history tells us that what took place may not entirely be unprecedented. But to understand that requires an understanding of Warriors of Light in a broader Vandric context. If it pleases you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of that which is occurring not only in the Crystarium, the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look upon the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. Ah, Mask. Excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been keeping out watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual, so I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphanode volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Of course. The more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Were one to pore over the annals of Randrick history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Odbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tothoel, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodford and Solod, the fabled Drawn and Galdrant duo of Vobert, and no list of Vandric heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense. It's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the Flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear, a title used not to exalt but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelind's voice. As she styles him, so too does she style himself. A Warrior of Light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero. And conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to reuse the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. Heidelin did call me a Warrior of Light. She did. I've never heard her voice myself. I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. any rate, assuming all of this is true, and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and then by extension Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Ooh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Ooh. Who's this little cutie? Ricky Tio, are you alright? Ah, my precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? She is adorable. You too, Arco, Arwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you the Warrior of Darkness? Oh my god, she is precious. My name's Ricky Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please tell me what I have to be a hero, to be a warrior of light. So, I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. Hello, new class? And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrant. When I told Arco and Arwell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young. But, esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio to Spegorix. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the chirurgeons at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we've finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one to Spagorix is a rotten egg. I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're gonna be the rotten egg. I shall remain here and tidy up. I hope that today's lesson will be of some use to you. Oh my gosh, she's so stinking cute. Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light, but ultimately they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The gods who place themselves in harm's way need to keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life. And younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. He couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so, difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Triarchans may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. If that's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task. I have placed an order at Sweet Sea for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, an ingredient. Leave it to me, miss. Aye, such an abundance of energy. I can't help but wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Sea, speak with a woman named Gracine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Rikitio, I would assist in her first steps. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become Warriors of Light, just not the same kind as Ricky. So, we'll wait for you here, Warrior of Darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Reen and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Where even? How even? Maybe the closest. It'd be this one. We're gonna talk to Rikitio because she's so stinking cute. Are these small enough? It isn't the Warrior of Darkness himself. May I assume you are with Master Alphanode? Right. Lest you wonder, Chesamir's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphanode and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits of the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Oh, you're here too. We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Wow, you've picked this many already? Amazing. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesamir? I can't wait to see what she's gonna do with them. Tell me, Riki, what do you want? What made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Why, well, a while ago I fell sick. really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave, the apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people even when it was dangerous. I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. And not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thaler. I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Thaler, one of the gods awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikitio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary. I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesimir. This is too wholesome. I want to keep doing quests for Rikitio forever. It would seem I have been laboring under a misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was the Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And so he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not, but a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. It's no longer a strange and distant land after all. Northrend has become a home to us, and her people are our own. Let us return to Spagrix. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. And that's going to do it for this one. I honestly want to keep doing quests for Rikitio until the end of time. Like, just give me a whole expansion of just Rikitio quests, because she is honestly the most adorable thing, cutest thing in this game ever. But anyways, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.